Welcome to Getcha Popcorn Ready podcast. This is your host, Hatch, my boy.
What? This is T.O. We in the building.
We in the building with another Pro Bowler. He ain't because he be trying to think he the only Pro Bowler on the show.
It is. It's just
you know what I'm saying?
You said another Pro Bowler.
Another Pro Bowler on this show who almost got as many Pro Bowls as you. My man Anthony Miller, 5-time Pro Bowler.
What?
Right, yeah, 5 times.
No. I'm still stumped on the fact that you said another Pro Bowler, like you're part of the.
See what I'm saying?
Like you're part of the conversation.
But you got to deal with that all the time.
You see what I got to deal with?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Man, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming out,
appreciate
man.
it. You know, we all receivers, so that's us. We get to talk it. That's the same thing when we go against these DBs. We got to let them know what's happening.
Maybe he should have talked more in the field, and maybe people would know who he is.
Wow.
Besides,
Wow.
Then he would have been a Pro Bowler.
I didn't talk on the field though.
I said maybe you should have. I didn't really talk.
I didn't really talk neither.
On the sidelines.
No. Now, if somebody come at me,
then
now
you go
it's a
back
whole,
at it.
Whole nother thing. You know, I'm quiet. I like to, preserve my energy.
Right.
You know, I'm not. You dudes get to when we're warming up, they get to hollering and doing all that. I say, man, hold up, let's say that for the energy.
You're not your typical light-skinned guy. You know what I mean? That's quiet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
reserved.
No. Nuh-uh. I grew up over there in the bad part of Pasadena, and I always had to get in fights.
Right.
What
side of Pasadena?
Man, I've been all over Pasadena, Altadena.
Okay.
But when I first
John Muir High School.
went to John Muir High School.
Shout out to
grew
Muir.
up. When I first started, I grew up in Community Orange. That's like one of the worst part of Pasadena. They call it the snake pits. Right.
That sounded bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
The snake. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Man, one thing though, it was always some action.
Okay.
When you live in the back, it's always something going on. But it kept me going. I kept me out of trouble because I would go, instead of dealing with that, I'd go down to the YMCA.
Right.
And that kind of kept us out of trouble.
So did that create, like as a receiver, we have to get in the trenches sometimes. We have to go in there and dig out those linebackers, safeties. Did that, growing up in that type of environment, did that give you sort of an edge?
Gave me that toughness.
Right.
That
toughness.
thick skin. You got to have that thick skin, especially when you go in there and hit the linebackers and everything. You had to, especially the worst thing is when you cut your split down and they call out crack.
You got to hit the D in.
Got
hit the D in.
Because they always a good
They know
30
you coming.
pounds. Yeah, they know you coming.
Yeah.
You put them on notice. You putting them on notice.
Nasty split.
Yeah. I'm hoping a good thing, we cut our splits down on a lot of things. So sometimes they wouldn't catch it. Right. But then when they do catch it,
tendency, they're smart too. They started looking at, formations and
splits,
alignments and splits. And then, like I said, sometimes, you can disguise it. But half the time, sometimes you try to get in there, you're like, okay, well, let me get in there a little quicker than they need to.
Try to surprise them.
Right, but they have their head on the swivel too.
He's a bigger receiver. So it's a little different. Me as a smaller receiver, I got to use my quickness, to catch them before they turn around.
Right.
But a bigger receiver, sometimes it's crazy because with a smaller receiver and they see you, they just try to crush you. When they get a guy like him, they're gonna come at him, but it's a little different. Me, they trying to crush me.
Yeah, trying to make you an example. Don't do
I forgot
this.
even him. They really trying to crush him too because he one of them top dogs, so they trying to take him out. You know what I'm saying?
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
So I know, like I said, you didn't. A lot of people, especially nowadays, we're talking about younger athletes, like getting into it. Like when do they start? 7, 8 years old. They're working on their craft, right? You didn't actually play football until your senior year in high school. So what was going on? Like, did you want to play in 7th, 8th grade and you couldn't play, or like why did you start so late?
Well, I actually played 2 years of Pop Warner football.
Okay.
And I was always real fast, but scary.
Scary fast.
Fast, but scary.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight. I didn't like getting hit. I get hit, I start crying. But back in those days,
that sounds like he gonna get hit and start crying. Yeah.
But back in those days, kids don't know how to take angles. So I just run to the side and they run like this and then they come behind me. I mean, I used to score all the time.
When you're younger, when you go east and west, when you got speed, that works.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the pros, in college, it don't work.
Right.
A little bit in high school, but not really. But once it's so funny, man. I got to high school, and back then, because that's where I know Hugh Jackson. Mm-hmm. We used to go and play 7-on-7 against different schools, and they had the LA Watch Summer Games, and I was killing them. They thought I was the #1 receiver. The other dude, he has been starting since his 10th grade year. But they said, wait till we get in pads.
Right.
That's all they talked about. They said, you killing, I'm putting on clinics.
Right.
But we got in them pads. Them arms got smaller. The gator arms, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to
if it ain't touching,
like,
now if we run goals,
you're
it's a little
the
different.
man, right?
Yeah,
but slants
but
and digs, you was like,
anything, yeah, you know.
Underneath.
you don't want that.
I didn't want no parts of it. A shallow cross, no parts of that.
no fade.
No slants. But then when I got to, I had a long route. When I got to college, it was a little different because I just didn't have that want to do it anymore. But then one of my high school, not high school, no, we played Pop Warner together, Troy Cluis. He said, man, they see talent in you. I didn't see it. He said they see it. He said, just come on in and just try. Just come on back, because I was at JUCO at that time. He said, and the coaches were calling me, and I decided to come back. Because I was working at the time, I was working at Alpha Beta. And probably he changed my life.
Wow.
Because I came back, I was still #2 receiver, but they saw all the talent, and then I went crazy in the second year.
Right. And who was the guy that made you came back?
Troy Cluis.
Troy. You still talk to him today?
I still talk to Troy.
Does he know that, like, because
Yeah,
of
he told
you,
me I owe him a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we played Pop Warner together.
That's crazy.
And
That's
Troy actually went to New Mexico.
Okay.
And he still said he locked me down. But that's DB talk.
Of course. But no, so again, because everybody thinks this path to the NFL, is okay, you 5-star in high school, then you go blow up in college, and you go straight to the league, right? But we know it's not like that, right? You went to San Diego State, then you went to a JUCO, right? Then you went to University of Tennessee. So, like, getting there after all that time, when you got there, was like, okay, now it's my time to flourish, or were you still going through the doubts of, can I play this game?
No, when I got to Tennessee, I had a lot of confidence. Okay. At that time, I was a football player. I wasn't afraid to go across the middle, wasn't afraid to go anywhere on the field, and ran kickoff returns.
Right.
But the craziest thing, because we were talking to the producer, I didn't even know anything about the SEC.
Right.
I heard about Alabama.
Right.
I didn't really know about Tennessee. Because you grew up in the South.
Yeah, I grew up in the South.
I grew up
so
right
Auburn,
here, and it was
Alabama, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Georgia,
Oh
South
man,
Carolina, Florida.
Yeah.
see you
All you
knew
had was
all
USC,
about that. It was USC
UCLA.
and UCLA. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what we,
It's a
I
different-
actually committed to Oregon,
Right,
Okay.
right.
but I had to sign a letter of intent already at San Diego State. And you're only allowed to sign one, so I had to verbally commit.
Yeah.
Well, I had to
You
verbally
didn't
commit.
know that. No, some people don't know that. I
didn't
know.
know.
You only go to one school, but when you
Yeah.
don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, and my offensive coordinator in JUCO, Cole said, man, I got a buddy of mine. I've been bragging about you. And it was Walt Harris. He said, hey, man, just take a visit. It was my last trip. I said, man, I'm from California. No way I'm going down to Tennessee.
Right.
I said, man, and that's a long trip. So I was like, all right, let me go. So I get there. And I'm like, wow, I'm looking at everything. I'm like, this is a little different. At that time, they were kicking Oregon's butt. Now it's probably a little different. Oregon got a heck of a system.
Oh, yeah.
It don't flip. But I went down there and I said, man, I can handle 2 years here. Kippy Brown was the coach. The funniest thing, they had never seen me play. I scored a touchdown every game in JUCO. I was All-American, all that. Yeah. So he said, I bring some film with me. So he says, let me see some of your film. He said, which one? I said, which one you want? I got a nice reverse.
Right.
He said, let me see that. He put it in. He watched that one run.
Put it in.
That's VHS.
Yeah, that's
tape for
VHS. A
everybody
little
out
different.
there.
Nobody don't know
There was no
that.
YouTube. There was no, I'll send you a clip. It was
Everybody
a VHS
watching
tape.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody watching this, they probably like, what? He said, put it in. What
This is late 80s.
VCR.
Yeah.
VCR. Go get you one. Look it up.
Yeah.
Man, I put it in. I said, man, I had a nice reverse on it. He saw the reverse. I mean, I went all over the field and scored a touchdown against Fullerton. And he just said, click, I'll give you full scholarship right now. So you want to see that? No.
Nope. Seen enough.
But this is what I said, though. I said, man, I got to play. I said, let me see the film on the guys I got to go against. So he said, Joey Clinkscale, he's from here. He's a senior. He going to play. And then he went down with Terrence Cleveland, these guys that ran off, and then it was at this time.
A young
He,
Al.
no, Alvin was a freshman.
Okay.
So it was Sam Grady. Because I said, man, Sam, I said, this dude took second in the Olympics because I knew he could run. I was like, well, what about him? He said, man, don't worry, he don't play. He can't catch. I'm like, what?
He's fast. But
He's fast, he
can't
can't catch. I figured that out when I got there. But I was like, okay, I think I can play. You gonna give me the opportunity? He said, man, we get the opportunity.
Wow.
And then he said, we get number ones every year, pumping out.
Yeah.
And Tim McGee was he was my host.
Okay.
And Tim talked to me. And I couldn't believe it, man. After my first year there, they said, you're going to be the next number one draft pick. And I didn't even I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, if they have the Canadian, the USFL, I just wanted to play and, play pro. Yeah. And next thing you know, I'm the next number one.
That's
and the craziest thing, I got hurt the first game of the year.
At Tennessee.
At Tennessee, I had to build my stats back up. Not my stats, but as far as how I was down, and then you had to build your stuff back up.
Bridge your stock back up.
Yeah, my stock.
That's how a lot of the teams, especially coaches, they always say that's what's going to happen with a track guy. Because you're a 10-3 in high school, right? You're in a 10-3 hunting, which is blazing. Yeah. So if you had that tag.
Get that.
Wait, man, then I parlayed that in 10-2. But remember high school.
You go get a 10-2 too?
No, I can't get no 10-2.
You can't get no 10-3 neither, just so you know.
Okay. Maybe probably I get you probably like a 10-5, 10-6.
Oh, let's bet on that.
Come on,
we bet on that.
Thank you.
You will not get no.
He ain't no. He's not.
I bet you can't beat. You won't be able to beat Willie Goat.
Who?
You.
What?
I don't think you'll beat Willie.
What?
Willie still trained.
And Willie still trained. And he's slim.
We got some.
He looks like he's still
in
he in track shape. He ain't even in football shape.
So you don't think I can get Willie?
No.
In the 100?
Willie, I get him.
Let's
Willie,
bet.
Willie, there it is.
Let's bet.
I get him.
Hey, bet it then.
It's a bet.
It's a bet.
It's a bet.
We'll go
give me some time to train.
We'll
bet
go
this
see
game.
Everybody,
Yeah, we're going to get this popcorn.
We're going to bet this popcorn.
Yeah, get your
popcorn ready. Hey, Willie, get ready.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going with my Tennessee guy all day.
Oh, let's do this.
So 10-3 in high school. So did you run in college at all?
Yeah, 10-2.
Ooh.
Oh, you blazing.
I was fifth in the SEC in the 100.
Okay.
And I was actually, it's funny, I remember they had ran the 200, they ran 1988 was the winning time. There's a dude from Mississippi State. He had the gummy haircut. Mm-hmm. And me and this dude, Counsel from Auburn, racing for last. Usually we get and we ran 10.5 that day. I mean 20.5 that day.
Ooh. For last.
For last.
That's moving.
Yeah.
Moving. What did you run coming out? What was your 40 time when you went to the combine? What was that?
I had the third fastest time at the combine, and that was 4.33 that day.
Ooh.
And then at pro timing day, I ran 4.27. And then with the Chargers, we had a thing, and I ran 4.27.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I was, I beat. We had the fastest man,
Darryl Green.
I didn't beat him. I took second.
Right.
I beat Ron Brown. And Ron ran in Olympics.
He's an Olympian. Ron Brown was an Olympian.
gold medalist.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and I blew Herschel Walker's out the door.
Yeah.
And then we teammates. I blew him out the door in the Superstars, and he don't remember. I said, you don't remember.
The Superstars, I did that too.
That was the hardest little money
who won, though?
Me.
What'd you win?
No.
The 100?
100. Yep.
I set a record.
He won the ugliest man.
Hey,
there.
let me tell you something. You can go to Brent Musburger because he was announcing. Mm-hmm. We had Tiki Barber, Rundy Barber.
That ain't
Brian
nobody.
Urlacher. We had.
Those are all 4'8" dudes in the heat.
And we had the receiver for the St. Louis Rams, not Torrey.
Bruce?
Isaac Bruce.
Isaac
Bruce.
My mom and them was down there. My brother. I'm not known for my speed. Never been known for my speed.
You're still not.
But I got game speed.
You're still not known for
You got Jerry Rice speed.
Hey, check my
But he faster.
Hey,
He got
I know.
faster, but
Hey,
he
I
got
know.
Jerry. Jerry don't get caught from behind.
Check my film work. So it pissed me off because obviously it's a production. It's NBC, Brett Musburger, all them down
I know
there.
what you're talking.
So they got all these guys, the fast guys, doing the promo. So they put Isaac Bruce down there. So I'm already know I can run. I know in my mind I can run. I can just if I get out, I know it's running routes and running track is two different things. The mentality is totally different. I know coming out the blocks, you got to get out. So it really irked me. I'm talking about I was hot, Anthony. I was hot. They had him all down in the blocks, got the cameras panning around him, what I mean? Oh, we got the 100-yard dash coming up next, and we got Isaac Bruce, who's favorite for the 100. Had me greased. Anthony, we got down in that 100.
Mr. Miller.
You sound like my grandma, Annie.
Hey, when that gun went off, it was off to the races. I started out a little slow, but I picked it up.
You blew him out.
First place.
What was the time?
What was the time?
I don't remember time, but this is what they said. They said unofficially, I had probably the fastest time in the 100. That's what Brent. Let
me just tell you something.
All you gotta do is go to Brent and ask him. He's a guy of integrity.
He gonna say 11.5.
But see the difference.
I guarantee you, it ain't gonna be nothing close to no 11.5.
Hold up, get your popcorn. The difference was I set a record that day. I ran 9.33.
Ooh.
I don't know if I ran 9.3.
No, you did not. You know you did not. Nobody ran.
I beat everybody by 4 yards.
Hey, all I know, Anthony, Mr. Miller,
Miller.
All I know is I was up out of there. My brother and them, they was like, boy, you ran like a scalded dog.
Hold up, we ran on dirt. We was in Cancun.
That's what I'm saying, the dirt. We was in Jamaica. We was in Jamaica.
Yeah, we ran on dirt, and we had flats.
Hey.
No cleats?
No cleats.
All I know is, they said unofficially I ran probably like the fastest time. Hey, you can have, I didn't know what they said it.
I get it. I'm
See,
not
the
mad
problem
at you,
was,
buddy.
the problem was, I wasn't born the same time as he was. 'Cause then I would have been there. It'd probably been a little different. I would have pushed him. Yeah, maybe you would have pushed me. No, he would have pushed me.
No, I'm already knowing. You say you run 4.2, 4.3. That's never really been
There's
my
only
forte.
2 people on this podium that ran a 4.3, and that's me and you. He ain't in the 4.3 club.
Yeah, 4.3 class.
You know, so there's
Only thing, but the only thing I can't say
that club.
But I can't say nothing. I can't say that he a Hall of Famer. I got it.
Hey,
I think if I wouldn't have left San Diego, I think I'd have been a Hall of Famer.
You know, I do want to talk about that though, right?
Yeah.
Your name's never been up for the Hall, right? And you have 5 Pro Bowls. T has 6 Pro Bowls. That's not a big difference, right? What do you think the difference is? Why haven't your name ever been up there for, that's 5 Pro Bowls is tough to get to.
I can tell you the difference.
Like, what do you think it is?
My class, like the round in my era, it was so many receivers that were balling. I mean, because I see some of the guys and I'm like, wow, And for example, we say Lynn Swine. I'm like, maybe because I never played in
Super Bowls and big games, which has.
I played in some big games, but not big games like that.
Right. But if you think about it, like Michael Irvin, he obviously
Cowboys,
playmaker,
big games.
obviously big game. America's team, Dallas Cowboys. He only finished with like 65 touchdowns.
You had 63, right?
You're 2 behind him.
Well, actually, I had more than him because I done ran back a couple kickoff returns, and I've
don't they factor that
running?
Yeah.
It should be 67.
67 total touchdowns.
But the thing is, them Super Bowls are big. But I got to tell you though, we have the best wide receiver class, bar none.
Your draft class.
My draft class, the first rounders.
Who was it?
First was Tim Brown. Second was Sterling Sharpe.
Okay.
Michael Irvin and me. That's 24.
That's the first. That's 4.
That's the first 15 pick in the first round.
They said they say my draft class was.
Now, who was your draft class?
No, but I'm saying out of the first, we're not going back lower.
Yeah, I'm saying that was
Flipper
4
Anderson.
for 4. Right. That was 4 for 4. What you just told me, which is
and
powerful.
That was the first 15.
What was your
picks.
top 4 in that class?
Oh, I think it was Keyshawn.
Well, you lost right there.
Yeah.
I'm just playing Key. I love you, buddy.
Keyshawn put up some numbers. He just didn't been that many Pro Bowls.
Right, yeah. But I mean, we had a number of guys from Derek Mays.
D. Mays from Tennessee Titans,
I think Eric Mose, Eddie Kennison.
Eric Moles was a dog.
Eddie
People forget about
Kennison,
E. Moles. He was a
Yeah,
dog.
Buffalo
Bobby
boy.
Ingram.
By being from Penn State.
Alex Van Dyke, who played in San Diego. Amani Toomer.
Money for the Giants, yeah.
Man, it was.
So yeah, yours is that class.
I'm just saying, out of the first rounders,
that's crazy.
That's
they
a dope
were.
class.
It
That's
was
a
a
dope
bust.
class.
And
That's
for
a
me,
dope class.
I didn't know that. Like I said, I'll tell him he gets mad when I see that. But I didn't really play. I didn't want to play. I didn't think I would play football. Leaving high school or when I left college. So I didn't really know a lot about the football history and receivers, this and that and the other. I found out about Jerry Rice like my junior year in college. That's how clueless I was.
He's not a
like
student. He's
football.
not a student of the game.
Yeah.
But again, once I did, I heard of you. You know what I mean? I heard your name, like Anthony Miller. Like some names that they just pop out, like the household names, like y'all were doing y'all work on the field. The Michael Urbans, the Jake Reeves. You know what I mean? The Herman Moores. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Mark Duper and Mark Clayton.
Clayton brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Them was the guys that I used to watch.
Right.
And I actually used to be a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
I was a huge Steelers
See, I didn't
fan.
know much about Lynn. I didn't know much about Lynn Swan.
Yeah. See, I knew about. I mean, I
Louis
got a
Lips
chance to
came
even
after
meet
him.
him. Yeah. Lewis. Yeah. I played
Lips.
against him.
Right. And then I like Kellen Winslow.
Senior, not junior.
Yeah.
Senior. Yeah.
So did he play receiver or tight end?
Tight end for the
See,
Chargers.
I always thought he was a receiver.
Really?
Just
because you
of the
see,
body.
when you watch a film of him, it's always
The
catching
craziest
touchdowns.
thing when he says that, I knew a lot about Winslow, and I got to be in a huddle with him because when my rookie year was his last year, and it was so funny because
So he was a legend when you got there.
I used to watch him when I was in elementary. I'm like looking, I'm like, this is Kellen Winslow.
Right.
It was funny. He was real sophisticated. He drove the Jaguar. He's like, Mr. Miller, that's a nice little BMW you have.
Really?
Yeah. Oh man, it was some stories. Right. But man, just like I said, when I got to the Chargers, they used to be that, Wes Chandler and Charlie Joyner and those guys,
Fouts.
Yeah, man, and
James Brooks, the running back.
John Jefferson, because that was the same. When I got 83, they said, hey, you got some big shoes to fill.
Right.
And the best thing probably happened to me in my position because when I got on the team, I didn't have a Jerry Rice.
Right.
I had all the guys were rookies. We only had one first year that was Jamie Holland, but it was Darren Flutie, Quinn Early, and me.
So they just started They just started over with the whole class when you came in. Much.
Wes had just left, and the best thing was Charlie Joyner. Charlie was the guy that taught me how to be a student of the game, how to study film, and watch things. The best thing that did happen to me at Tennessee, they taught me how to read defense. So it was totally.
There we go. Let's invite them in. Hold on, y'all.
Popcorn ready, girl.
They got everything going on over here.
This is what we do over here. We invite everybody to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is
Holly Weird.
Yeah,
Holly
yeah.
Weird.
This is right up my alley. When I was growing up, my mom would say, just ignore them. Act like they ain't there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but
So let's. I'm gonna take him back, because I know that feeling. Like you said, you're in the huddle with someone you've watched.
yeah.
Me, it wasn't the same, but I knew the magnitude. I knew how great Jerry was. I knew who he was. I knew the magnitude, and he had set the bar like he was considered the greatest receiver of all time. So you're saying you're standing in the huddle with Kellen Winslow, senior, and San Diego Chargers, first round, 15th pick overall. Are you standing? Obviously you had to go through training camp, and obviously maybe the jitters. You got rid of those jitters in training camp. But did you put pressure on yourself to perform? Because now you like you said, you're in the huddle with sort of an icon.
Yeah.
Man, this is how it was. I was still not even thinking I was a first rounder. It had nothing to do with it. Because I had got hurt. I pulled a hamstring. when we got to
Typical
training
track
camp.
guy. Typical
And-
track guy.
Track
Tore his
guys.
hamstring.
Yeah, but I only missed 5 games in 10 years, so I wasn't getting hurt.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
Yeah,
That's very
it started
impressive.
from day one and running kickoffs.
Because somebody is really fragile over here. And
No,
that's
no.
all I'm going to say. But go ahead.
Says the
So
one
let
over
me
here
just
with a,
tell you, I had-
pigeon hip. says the one over here with a pigeon hip.
So the thing was, Quinn Early was balling. And they were like saying, he should be the first rounder and I should be the third one. And I was like, oh man, I'm trying to get my hamstring right. Coach is walking by me, the head coach can't make the club in the tub.
Right.
You know, saying all these things. And I'm telling James, who's the assistant trainer, like, man, I gotta get out there. And he's like, just chill out. So then I get right and I'm brushing myself. I pull a hamstring again.
Wow.
Already.
Yeah,
So-
you got that flag on you now.
So now he's like, now I'm really trying to get out there. And he's like, chill out. I said, man, the coach is telling me I can't make the club. He said, let me just tell you something, son. You the number 1 pick. You gonna make the team.
Right.
That's,
We're not
you
worried
need
about
to
that.
get you right.
Right.
So
But
when
then
you
you don't really
finally-
think, as a rookie, you
don't
don't think
think that.
that way.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
ain't-
mean?
there to being gone the
Right,
next day.
yeah.
But it's probably the best thing that I had because I was always like that. I was always making sure that I'm looking behind my back that, okay, he getting ready, that means I gotta work that much harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would get to the point where guys would come up to me, and I'm a quiet dude when it comes to that. Like, just watch me. I said, don't, because I was always the first dude, and I just watch me. And that's how you're gonna learn. I'm not gonna keep telling you,
That's
you gotta
what you
watch.
got a coach for.
Yeah.
right, that's what you gotta coach.
Yeah, if you don't want it, you should want it because I'm telling you, when you go back home, you ain't gonna make this type of money.
No.
You know. But I just always wanted to. I played on the edge. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey. But most guys, just like I'm saying, guys is all pros and all that. They play with that chip and that. You gotta have that chip.
You got to have it, else you're not going to be that guy.
You know, because like him, I'm always getting the number 1 DB. I'm getting all the double coverage. So they would move me around. And that was another thing. Charlie taught me how to learn every position. So I knew every position. He even said, learn what the back's doing, learn what the tight end's doing. Because there's a concept to what you're doing.
Yeah. Right.
You know, you don't just
where
go
you're
out there.
supposed to
Yeah,
be at
you
the
need
time
to.
of the
Yeah,
play, I need you there.
I need you to turn their DB. You ain't getting the ball.
Right.
You know, just like you running a post. You ain't getting the ball because
On
you
this
open it
coverage,
up.
yeah, because
you
the
open
other
it up
guy's
for
on
the
the
other guy,
corner.
so he won't get it in the face. So you study it and learn it. This is your job. You ain't. Hey, it's no more bells. It's no more classes.
Right. It's
Like
your
you have in
job.
college. This is your
career.
job. Yeah, you know. And man, some of these guys is totally different to me. I can't understand the mindset. You know,
I mean, it
dude,
being 2021 now, right? So you're looking at a whole different game, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we played, like you get targeted 7 times and have 5 catches, like that was a good day.
Yeah.
These receivers are getting targeted 18,
10,
20
20.
man,
times, right?
catching 100
How-
balls
how
ain't
does
nothing.
How does that make you feel? Like, because it irks me because I'm like, we just didn't have the opportunities that these guys have now. The quarterback literally throws the ball 55 times
Right,
a game.
the game
sometimes.
Auburn has evolved, the game
know?
has
Man.
changed instead of it being, and then now you have in the backfield, you don't have like a mainstay guy. It's,
But let me even-
it's a 1 and 2
1,
type
2
of guy.
punch, sometimes even 3.
Right.
One better. You ain't got Ryan Lott coming down trying to knock you out, or Steve
you can't get
Atwater,
hit neither
or
no
Dennis
more.
Smith.
Well,
you ain't
they
getting
do.
hit.
Just
you ain't
the
getting,
rules are preventing
Yeah,
them to do
but
that.
you gonna feel them.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm not gonna feel these safeties.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can't hit you.
Can't hit
Right.
you under the chin.
And then the equipment is way different. The equipment is way better. It's lighter, it's better. I'm like, man, when I see some of this, I say, wow. I went and lift up like the pads and the helmets and even the jerseys and pants. I'm like, this is,
so light.
oh man, the game is totally different, you know?
What would you do? What type of numbers would you put up in today's game?
I easily average 100 catches a game. I mean, a year.
A year? 100?
Easy, average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably something that Dave was doing, you know, over there. But for me,
I only had that once.
Yeah,
I only had that
they
one
threw the
time.
ball 35 times. That's a lot from back in the day.
But
Right?
for example, I see dudes, and I'm not gonna say their name, catch 100 balls and don't get 1,000 yards. If I catch 100 balls,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 1,700 yards.
Okay.
Easy.
I'm taking shots. because this is our show.
If you had 100,
How about 100 catches and just 1 touchdown?
nobody, you can't do that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Your boy, you just mentioned him.
Who?
USC. The first name I called out, draft class.
Oh, back in the.
Oh, you talking about Keyshawn?
Oh, did
When
he?
he was with Tampa Bay.
I didn't know
100
that.
catches.
You had 100 catches in
And
one tub, huh?
and,
I didn't
and
know
guess
that.
how? And it was off a tip.
You had to come on the show and explain that to
And it
us,
was
young
on-
man.
You got to get him on.
I want to hear that.
And you know Keyshawn gonna be loud anyway. but if I caught 100 balls,
What?
I'm at least gonna have 10 touchdowns.
you getting in that
At
end zone.
least.
At least 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just too many. I look at some of the way these receivers get targeted. I mean,
Yeah.
they get you. They dump passes. I mean,
Yeah.
I sat down last night and I watched the Rams play. And number 10, the dude on the Rams, they just doing everything.
Cooper
Cooper
Kupp
is
is
already at 1,300 yards.
Yeah, and like 106 catches or something like that, and he's went on week
Yeah.
13. Yeah, now he got 17 games. So yeah, all the records that
I'm
all
gonna
those
tell you,
records about to be broke.
I thought the dude from the Colts was on the pace to break Eric's record.
Marvin Harrison back in the
No,
day.
I'm talking not even receiver, the running back for the Colts
Right now,
right now.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, what was he at? He was at, I think at one point he was at 17 almost.
What is it?
Yeah, Wisconsin. The
Yeah,
running
what's he
back.
at now though?
Man,
Okay.
but he's up there. But now he's not. He had backed off.
Okay.
But if Adrian Peterson would have
So
had an extra game, it would have.
yeah, he would have right. He would have had because the
But
record's 20.
we gonna stay on the receivers thing.
Gotcha.
But I was just trying to say with that extra game.
Yeah,
Like
it's
nowadays, if you don't get 1,000 yards nowadays, I mean the average receiver is getting 1,000 yards nowadays.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And if you play 17 games and you got 800 yards, you garbage.
If you're number one.
Yeah.
Number one and number twos.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays these dudes should be averaging easy 1,200.
1,200. Ones and twos should be averaging about
1,200.
yeah,
Easy.
for sure.
Easy.
And in 17 games, that's a big deal.
And it really is not that hard to get 1,000 yards if you getting balls thrown to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what does that average out? About 50 yards a game? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, 60, 65 yards a game. Right.
And that's the thing, but even those numbers will fluctuate, especially if the game didn't really tailor the offense as much now, because obviously, like I said, defensive back, safeties, they're not able to hit. Obviously the defenseless receiver scenario comes into play. For example, you mentioned, like I said, guys can't hit receivers anymore. I was watching the game, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Devontae Adams runs out and up, and he catches it in the
That
seam.
safety didn't even touch him.
And the safety, you could just tell.
Yeah.
He was scared. He was scared to hit him. And it was an easy catch, and he just split.
Yeah, and when
split
he
the
scored,
safety, and he went for a score.
When we was playing, he got blown up.
What?
That safety would have blew him up.
Blown.
Atwater,
straight
Ronnie
blown.
Lott
Oh.
would put hands. Yeah,
And
I agree.
Especially, man, it's crazy because I thought of the same thing when I saw him. I said, man, when I was playing, he got blown. He got blown
Exactly.
up.
And you would have seen the receiver kind of just peek or whatever.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been like, he literally knew that they couldn't hit him, so he just like and just
Go get it.
took it in
Like it was nothing.
Nothing.
Like 7-on-7. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like the new style of play?
Oh, if I was playing in this area, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But as a viewer,
looking
as
at
a
it,
fan.
and me that played the game,
Right.
I'm like, man, these dudes getting away with murder. I wish I was doing it now. You know,
Right.
it's a little different, yeah. You know, that's why I said you can't put, like the numbers he put up
Yeah.
in our era and Jerry,
Yeah.
those numbers, man, you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
they
there's
played in
less
an era
opportunity.
it was totally different. You know what I'm saying? You guys there, our era was totally different. So now these dudes, it's gonna be somebody put up some crazy numbers.
Yeah. There's gonna be a
You
dude
know?
that has 200 catches in one season.
It's gonna be some
It's gonna
crazy
happen.
numbers.
Well, what's the name? Michael Thomas had what, 145,
153, something, yeah,
150,
153 or something like that, I think is the
150?
record.
The most, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay, well, when we were playing, Marvin Harrison had 122, and then
Yeah,
Chris
something.
Carter, when I was playing, he had 120, and we were like,
Really?
yeah, and we were like, wow,
Yeah.
right? But
Man.
now it's 140s and 150s.
Yeah, that's
man, when
crazy.
I was playing, Sterling did it back to back. He did one over
Sterling.
100.
Sterling shot.
And that was
Right.
just, we were like, that's crazy, you know,
Yeah.
because my era, you catch 80 balls, you was like the man. You're like, what, 80 balls?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but now 80 balls is nothing.
And he's such an underrated
Sterling?
Man.
receiver. No, like he gets
Oh,
lost
yeah, he's-
in the talk
Let me
of
just-
some of the best receivers. And honestly, that was my first professional player that I met outside of Reggie White, because Reggie White was from Chattanooga. I went to UT Chattanooga, and Reggie came back and he did a football camp, and it was held at our school. And that was the first time I had met a professional
Pro
football
football
player,
Wow.
number one. But then I saw Sterling, and he was
Yo.
jacked. I was like, yo.
That's what
And
they look
honestly, that's who encouraged me to really just get in the weight room. I already had that work ethic and obviously starting to get in there. But when I saw him, and then I watched him a bit, I was like, yo, this dude is serious.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
part of the reason why, like I said, because I'm like, okay, if he can do this, and like I said, and just overpower, receivers and take the wear and tear and the bump and grind, man.
You got a chance.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I can tell you like Sterling's game as well. So give us your top 5 NFL receivers of all time then. Right? You don't have no certain ranking, not 1 through
No
5,
order.
but just whatever 5
Yeah.
that you can
I
put
got
yourself
Jerry.
in there or not in there,
I got
right?
Jerry, I got my man right here.
Jerry, T,
I have, let's see, Randy.
Randy, 3.
Randy,
You got 2 more. You can take it all the way
me
back
see.
to the 60s or all the way up to 2020. Totally up to you.
I said I got them 3. I have, wow, this kind of falls off from there.
Your 1As, if you will.
My 1As,
I'm just saying, if it falls off in your mind, like these are 1s, right? But like say your 1As or whatever.
yeah, so I
right?
got
You
2 more.
got
Just
2
like,
more.
I go with Sterling.
Sterling in there, okay, that's
Sterling
4.
Sterling, I'm gonna let you know, Sterling was probably out of those 4 guys when I was saying in my class, he's probably the number 1.
Wow.
He would, I mean, if he wouldn't have
He had
gotten
he had no
hurt,
flaws in his game. No flaws in his
man,
game.
he runs smooth routes.
What?
Doesn't
Caught
help that you got a
everything.
Brett Favre over there.
Right.
That's
Right.
the only difference. I played, when I was with the Chargers, I had 9 different
QBs.
quarterbacks.
Wow.
He's a bigger version of Antonio Brown.
Oh,
I see that.
he just
big-
said it. He just said the dude Megatron.
Calvin Johnson will be your 5th guy.
I put them 5. right
Okay.
there.
It's a good 5. That's a good top 5.
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
top 5. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you talk about like Sterling Sharpe, bro, like he gets lost in the shuffle. Like I said, with that injury that he had, man.
He was Hall of Fame. He
Man.
was well on gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like he was the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people out there, I'm telling you.
I got to tell you, though, I was stronger than Sterling, though.
Oh, you
You're
I
stronger?
was I had the, I hit 225 at the combine 20 times. I was the
I hit
strongest
it
receiver.
23 coming out, just so you know.
But hold up.
Don't
but
be a
hold up.
hater all your
Hold up.
life.
I was 180.
Wow, that's small. Yeah.
And another thing, I was also benching 410.
I never maxed
Yeah.
out
I was
400.
hitting
Yeah, do that.
315 10 times.
Yeah, do that.
No
Do
hater
that.
right
Yeah.
there, man.
Yeah, do that.
Hey,
that.
wait a minute. Did you go to the combine?
Of course not.
Well, then, that
Hey.
23 don't count.
Hey, it
that
do
20
count.
don't
It do
no.
count.
Oh my God.
Because, hold up.
Hold on.
Hold up.
You didn't even
How
talk
many
about-
times have
Are
you been
talk-
to the gym
Are you
and I
talking-
see them dudes benching and they only go right here
Oh, no,
and back
it was
up?
for the scouts, though.
I'm talking about
It was for
touching
the
the
scouts.
chest
Touch the chest.
and
Touch
going
your
up.
chest. It was for the scouts. It just
So
wasn't
it's
at the combine.
unofficial.
Unofficial.
Why y'all hating?
Yeah.
Why y'all hating?
Unofficial.
Yeah.
Hey, you can call it what you
Mine
want.
was,
a 45 plate is a 45 plate. 2 45s is 2 45s.
You
It
probably
don't
was
matter
getting them,
what.
you know them plastic
Hey.
weights that you, when you
man.
was young, they had them little plastic weights. They wasn't even, did you
That's just like playing
You
pickup
you sound
and playing a
insecure
real
right now.
game.
You sound insecure.
Hey,
very
that's just
secure.
like playing.
I'm very secure.
Hey, that's like
Within
playing.
myself. I'm a light-skinned brother.
There you go. That's not light skin talking.
We back it. We back. Hey, we done came. Wait a minute. He's a little darker. You just a little more shade more
I'm
than me.
paperback
Oh,
brown. I ain't trying to
Yeah,
get all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hey, you're a
It's
couple
always
parents.
like the dudes that get on us.
I'm
It's never
paperback
dudes
brown,
like his
you
color. It'd
dig?
be the dudes like about his color calling me light skinned.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up,
yeah,
man.
you're a
hold
couple
up.
shades, dog.
Yeah.
A couple
Wait a minute.
pigments.
Yeah, I can go get. Hey, I can
Man,
go
you
lay out at
yellow-
the beach for a
you
little bit and
yellow
catch
as
you.
this Garrett's
I can go to
popcorn.
the
What you
beach
talking
and
about?
catch up with you.
Right. Yeah. A couple of hours, yeah. He come back, he look just like
yeah.
you.
Dude, as yellow as this Garrett's popcorn.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. I looked in the crayon box and I seen yellow. Yellow does not look like me.
know, right? Right?
Hey,
So-
but that 23 is unofficial. So it's just like playing pickup and
Mine's
playing
is
under the
official.
whistle. You know what
Mine's
I mean?
is official.
Yeah, you can do a lot, pickup, but then when the whistle blows, you get some referees, it's a different game. So I get it.
That's just like going one-on-one. You know when you be going one-on-one in practice, they all over the line. They grabbing you.
they
They
right-
snagging.
they line up
Yeah,
right
I'm
here.
like,
Scoot back.
yeah, like come on.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I was like, I'll lock you down. I was like, oh,
You
come
ain't
on.
never
let's-
did that in the game. Why
Yeah.
why you lunging in practice? You
Yeah.
ain't gonna never lunge
Right.
in the game.
We had a
man.
dude that would kill us. I didn't even know who he was at first, but he had a Super Bowl ring. Elvis Patterson. He was so strong. Elvis would kill us in the, and he forgot to tell you he won the toughest man contest.
When it over.
So he's strong and can run and can fight.
right.
So he would lock you up and throw you around, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
You know,
I remember one time he hit me in 7-7. I didn't know he had hit me. And I got up and I was about ready to, put some hands on him. And I
saw
looked
who it was.
like Elvis, man, don't do that no more, dog. Don't do that no more.
you got to pick it.
You
Play with,
got to.
Junior?
I played 4 years with Junior.
Give us a
Seau.
rest in
Seau.
peace.
I'm gonna tell you.
Give
I'm
us
gonna
a
give
Junior
you.
Seau story.
I'm gonna give you something, and you gonna. Not too many people know about this. I was running the NFL fastest man, and I was in Palm Springs, and his agent had a house over there. So we went. I was over there. They were having barbecue, and I said, "Hey, June," and he was a rookie. He hadn't even started. We hadn't even started camp, and I said, Junior, come with me. We're gonna go to this club. He's like, all right. So we go to this club called Pompey's in Palm Springs. So we go out and we're hanging, and these dudes is heckling. They over there heckling. I'm like, man. Junior's getting pissed. I'm like, man, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. He's like, oh no, I had enough. Hey, bro, let's go outside.
Right.
And I'm like, no, Junior. And they're about his size.
Right.
And there's 3 of them. I said, oh. And where I came from, you got to fight. You can't
right.
sit there and
Respect,
like, hey.
right.
So I'm like, man, there's 3 of these dudes. Soon as we get almost out the door, he turns around and he clocks this dude. And he went down like Roy Jones Jr.
Right.
Hit the thing, and he said, all right, who's next? And they just start backing up. I said, let's get out of here. I said, but we got to go. So we get out of here.
Right.
Now it gets ready for training camp. I said, let's see who messes with Junior.
Nobody.
Get the popcorn
Right,
ready,
right,
because they get handled. Because I'm like, I done knew what he could do.
This is at 21, 22 years old.
No. This is at 20.
He was
I
20.
actually got it at 20.
Wow.
Because you remember, he came as a junior.
So he was still.
Man, but he
Freak of
was
nature.
one of the best teammates. I mean, how he practiced, how he played, that's how he practiced.
Every day.
Right.
Hair
Oh.
on fire every day, every play.
Dude, he was one of those
a
guys
beast.
that you have to account for. I know when we played him, 55. Know what 55 is.
Circle.
Yeah, and I
circle
think
him on the board.
And if you think about a guy over in Pittsburgh who played safety, Trop Polamalu, he kind of played like him, but from the safety spot. Because Junior from the linebacker, they kind of let him roam, do his own thing once he became junior.
He would
safety.
do it'd be sometimes he wasn't supposed to blitz, and he'll blitz. He was just doing
That is
his own
crazy.
thing, making
That is
making plays.
Making plays.
That
left
is
and right.
crazy. And you think about, you have guys today, you would consider that being undisciplined.
Oh yeah, they
Not-
talk. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A coordinator would take you off the field
right,
today
But
if
that
that happened.
shows you
But he watched a lot of film.
film.
He knew
right?
it. Yeah, he
Studied
knew what the
the
play
game.
was.
Right.
Yeah, he was, and that was the same thing when Deion Sanders became my teammate on the Cowboys. What I noticed about him, he watched a lot of film. I watched film, but he studied it so much. Because a lot of people say, man, he's fast and this, that, and he's real talented. it wasn't just talent. He watched the film.
And that's what enabled those guys to take the chances that other guys wouldn't.
Other
normally
people thought they were chances. To that player, it wasn't a chance. He knew it.
Right,
You know, it's
because he
calculated.
studied, you know what I mean? He studied splits, he watched the quarterback. Like, you can look out you can see out your peripheral, you know what I mean? You can see when the quarterback's kind of like going through and coming back. Like you said, that's a true student of the game. Like, to be on point and, like I said, have the ability, number one, he's blessed with a lot of speed, but the innate and uncanny ability to just, not like I said, it's not taking chances. It's just reacting to what you've studied and what you've seen.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's going on. And he would, like, to the point, like, he started to bait quarterbacks
Absolutely.
into throwing over there
I bet
because
you
he
won't.
knew. Because he knew what they were going to do. If he saw them sloughing off a little bit or he gave them a little bit of a cushion, because he knew if he stayed on them, they
wasn't
weren't
gonna
throwing
throw
no
it. They wasn't gonna throw
balls.
it.
He wasn't going to get no pick sixes, none. Yeah. So then he started getting smart and like, okay, I'm too smart, I'm too good for my own good type of thing.
And the thing about it is, he's an athlete.
Oh,
He
of
plays a
nature
position.
athlete, yeah.
He can move. I remember when they were working him out, because I happened to be out on the field when they had worked him out. It was just before we even drafted him. And I seen him, I was like, dang, this big dude can move. And then I heard he played basketball in high school.
Athletic.
He was
Baseball.
very athletic. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was very athletic. And when you look at linebackers, you don't see them like that.
No.
You know,
At
especially
that
in my
size,
era.
especially
in my
at that
era.
size.
Yeah,
Because we're talking about 240,
and
245.
strong. I seen a dude in practice get into it and pull the dude's face mask off his helmet. I mean, he grabbed it and just pulled it off.
What?
Oh yeah, that's how strong he was. I seen him pull where the dude had no face mask.
Face.
Man.
Off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So, okay, from Cali, right? You did your career, a lot of your career here in Cali. You're living in Irvine now. So now after ball, like, what do you have going on now? Like,
Man,
tell us some of that
I'm
stuff.
doing these NFTs and man,
Right.
it just has exploded.
Okay, so again, we're new to that space as well. Give us your definition of NFT.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yeah. So I
He
know
got 'em
what
right.
the words are.
He got him right. Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Give us what it is
Man,
still
you
for
can
people
like
that don't know.
digitize anything, memorabilia, music, all different in entertainment, art,
Everything.
Right.
And it's something that I kind of fell into,
Okay.
you know, because I was actually doing the cannabis stuff,
Okay.
and man, it just is something I didn't know, and as I got more into it, and basically me and my other guy, we started opening up our Rolodex and talking to people, and it has blown up. We're closely going public.
Okay. So you got can you say the name of your company now?
Yeah, it's NFT US.
Okay.
And,
NFT US.
Yeah, yeah. And it has been, man, it's been wonderful. I mean, we have the Michael Jackson estates. We have Marvin Gaye estates.
Now you can talk about this stuff, right?
Some stuff
camera?
I can't talk
'Cause, I
about.
mean, you sound
We
like
got
you're
our
whispering, so I
symbol
wanna
and
make sure
everything.
you-
Yeah, certain things, because I'm still trying to
know
think
what
of
I'm
my buddy, of my partner, like
Yeah, make
certain
sure you
things
can
I
say it.
can't say.
No, absolutely.
You know, but we've had, I mean, we got the NFL, PA, we got the retired, the active, the, from my boy Billy Davis, we have, I mean, we're all over in Japan.
Billy Davis, another light-skinned fella.
Yeah, he actually backed me up when I was on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember.
But he's
Yeah.
mostly a special team guy. He got 3 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, you do.
Crazy.
I said, man, Billy.
you
But
do.
Billy, man, I brought Billy. I kind of fell into Billy. I was at the, Steve Atwater just got put in the Hall of Fame. And I was down there and actually talking with Michael. I said, man, when's the last time you saw Billy? And I walk out and I see Billy.
Billy
He said,
everywhere.
God
Billy
puts you
Davis.
together in certain ways.
yeah.
Man, Billy has brought so much to this table. I mean, he has,
He's connected.
he's very connected. And what I needed, he had, and it just, man, and it's going great, man. I'm looking forward to this.
What
going
you
through
guys'
this
next step
adventure.
with the company? Like, what's the next thing in your specific
We're getting ready
lane?
to go public.
Okay.
We should go public in the next 2 weeks.
Now, when that happens, like, what does that mean? So that means you guys are going to get money to go do what, though?
We have a underwriter for us at 300 million. Ain't nobody got that in the NFTs right now.
Okay.
Starting off, we just picked up 8 different NFT people.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah,
This
it
is
is taking off.
multi-billion stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a long list. We can go.
Have
on
you
for
went
days.
on the computer and physically bought an NFT yet? Because I have not, and I'm still, because I don't really know it like that.
My
I'm still
partner
scared to
kinda
buy
handles
something.
that. I'm the
You're the
talent.
marketing tech,
I'm the
yeah,
talent.
tech, yeah.
I'm the talent guy.
Tech guy who do all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You
But
want to buy one of my NFTs?
One of yours?
Yeah.
Heck no. It ain't gonna be worth no money. It ain't gonna be worth
you
no
over there
money.
hating on you. What's up with
It ain't no
her?
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big
nah.
glass of haterade. Is that
Okay, this is what we got. Who wants to buy a T.O. NFT, right? It's gonna be of his face, right? Which is probably looks like the bottom of my shoe.
Dang,
So you don't want that, right?
Wow.
So how does it work? If you take, let's say, take his jersey. It's
Put
a
it this
physical
way.
jersey, but how does it become an NFT?
what they'll do? Say a lot of these is really moving all the people that are doing the forgery and all that. They're trying to get them all
Yeah,
out.
eliminating. Yeah.
You eliminate him. So if we get his jersey and say we got a one of a kind, this is his Pro Bowl jersey, sign and whatever.
Right.
Yeah, my first
Okay.
Pro Bowl jersey.
Right.
Say we make that into, we digitize that, and we get it. And the thing about it, he's gonna always get royalties from that. So as that guy decide to sell it or whatever, he gets 10%. And whoever he sell it, he gets a certain. So the more stuff that he has, he can make money from it.
Okay.
So
It's like
that's
royalties.
Right.
Yeah, royalties. So those are some of the things.
Okay, let me ask you this. Where does that physical jersey live? Does he have to physically keep that forever, or he can
he
still?
can physically keep it
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he decided he want to sell it, then it's
Then
a
it's
little
gonna
different.
Be, yeah, it's gonna
Now,
be
if he has it for 10
worth
years,
more.
let's say, right, and he sells that jersey for $10,000 in 2 years, does the NFT automatically go up as well?
Well, it depends. See, with us, it's always 10%. Like, and when we do his product, a lot of these guys are ripping these dudes off because they're talking about 50-50. We're 20-80.
Wow.
To them, he would get 80 and we get 20%.
Okay.
Nobody's doing it. And then another thing, when we get ready to go public, whatever we make, 20% of it goes to charity.
Nice.
So, you know what I'm saying? So whatever charity or whatever's,
Nice
that goes there.
philanthropic
That
component
automatically gets put out before we even get paid. We got to set up. We got that set up. Nobody's doing that.
I tell you what. So my rookie year, I had 3 catches. I'll give you one of those jerseys.
We probably ain't gonna make no money.
I wouldn't give you a box of
I
popcorn
think
for that.
I'll make more money by giving you money.
America,
I can't NFT a hatchet 89 Viking jersey,
no.
America. Huh? We can't.
The only person gonna buy it is your mom.
That's all that matters to me. Mama buy my. That's all that
We ain't
matters.
gonna make no money.
I wouldn't give him a used Garrett tin of popcorn for those jerseys.
Oh, y'all some haters.
Hey, how many
dog.
different numbers did you have?
I had 89 with the Vikings, 81 with the Jets, and 81 with the Jaguars.
Probably that's the difference. When you were all pro, you get your number all through your career.
Yeah, I know. That bothered me when I left. That bothered me. I couldn't get 89.
that was the first. That was
It
the
bothered
first
me
day.
when I went to Seattle
Right.
and Golden Tate
wouldn't
to
give
be
it
an
up.
ass and then want to give me
didn't wanna give
81. That's probably what happened. I didn't have my number and it just
And it didn't
just
feel
I had
feel
number-
right.
I had to go with
What number were you wearing?
number 10.
Ew.
I didn't know what else, the other number to get.
See,
I know
let me
what
just
number-
tell you, he don't know about that when I first came in the league. If you got a quarterback number or a single number or a 90 number as a receiver, oh, you getting cut.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You getting cut. If you ain't got an 80 number, you getting cut.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now
wow.
they've
Yeah.
changed the rules,
It's totally
so now you
different.
can wear Well, now you can wear any number, but
Yeah,
10 years ago
It
they
looks
changed
funny
it.
though. I seen the dude that played for Kansas City that played with the Chargers. He got 24, and he's is he a
Linebacker,
defensive end?
yeah. I don't like it's
It
like
look-
the
it
college
looks-
look.
it looks-
I think they're gonna change it back.
Yeah, it don't look right.
because it looks too much like college, and I think it has to be a more professional look. I kind of like that. Only certain numbers for certain positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
You see DBs with single numbers. And
Yeah.
everything.
Again, a defensive end wearing 4 in the league. I don't like
Deion,
that.
when they started doing that, he was mad.
Oh, because he was gonna wear 2.
He
wanted to
yeah.
wear
He
2.
wanted number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would wear it in practice.
Yep, he wore it in practice. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, man.
No, we appreciate you coming on, taking the
Man, I
time. Come on
appreciate
down
it,
here,
man.
holler at
Enjoy
us,
it, yeah.
man. You know what
Appreciate
I'm
you coming on and brightening our show.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
It took a receiver to
Get
do
your
it.
man.
It took a receiver to come on over here.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you coming
man.
in, man.
Yeah,
We
where
enjoyed
can they
it.
find you though? Like you said, your social
got
media
your-
handles.
Yep, and
Man,
obviously
let me
your-
just tell you, I don't have no social media.
Smart man.
I
Smart man.
mean,
But if you're
I'm
in the
56
NFT,
years old.
but you're
Where can they
Yeah,
find
yeah.
you on the NFT?
NFT US, what is it, .com, or does you go to NFT US?
Go to NFTUS.com and just look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
There you have it, Anthony Miller.
There it is, 5-time Pro Bowler, Anthony Miller. Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast.
Yeah.